Hello students, welcome to MemoNet. I am Sakti Swarup, teacher of MemoNet. I am an MBBS student from one of the government colleges of Odisha. How is your preparation going now? I hope so it is going so good. Till yet you have done up to the BPT 4 and the last topic you have read out, that is kinematics and work power energy. Up to that I hope that you have completed the lectures also and also doing your questions related to that chapter, also completed the PYQs. Okay, if you have not completed, please complete it side by side and also learn the current topics also, that is if we will starting with the current electricity for the VPT 5. Okay, so basically I want to talk about the current electricity. The current electricity, why it is so important chapter, because in recent years you can feel that about 4 to 5 questions each and every year it is asked in the exam. So in the exam point of view, this is the favorite chapter for the examiners. Okay, so have a look in this chapter, have a detailed look in this chapter also, and also do more and more question, because in completing very small portion you can get 20 to 20 marks easily. Okay, if you are good enough in this chapter, you can easily get 20 marks just by reading one chapter only. Okay, so current electricity is that much important. So have a detailed look in this chapter. Okay, and also try to solve out the questions related to this chapter. Each and every day I am giving the quizzes, or I am assigning you the daily targets. Complete that, do questions related to this chapter, and solve at least 200 to 300 questions from this chapter. Why I am telling? Just you know the value of the current electricity in the NEET exam. Okay, so let's start our chapter. First of all, we will be starting with the conductor, insulator and semiconductor part. Okay, what do you mean by conductor? Conductor is the substance, it is the object. Okay, conductors are the object which have free electrons. Okay, free electrons. What do you mean by free electrons? The electrons are these are the electrons which are not bound to the atom or the nucleus. It means if you are applying any electric field, it can move in either direction. मान लो आपके पास एक ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसा हुआ. Okay, and you have the free electrons here. Okay, when you give any electric field in this direction, okay, then the free electrons will try to move in this direction, opposite to the electric field. Okay, we know that electrons will move opposite to the electric field as it is a negative charge. So that concept, having the free electron, it means the electrons are not bound fully with the nucleus or the atom. Okay, so this property of any material or object is known as conducting properties. Okay, and these electrons are also known as conduction electrons. What you observe in the insulator, that is just opposite of the conductor. In this, the electrons are fully bounded to atoms or nucleus. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, इलेक्ट्रॉन पूरा बाउंड हो रहा है, मतलब कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉन मूवमेंट नहीं करेगा. मतलब अगर हम if you will keep this body and you have the electron here, okay, then if you apply the electric field, then it will have a slight movement. Okay, slight movement जो आपको आपके कंडक्शन पे इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा. आपके पास फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा तभी जाके वो मूव करेगा, तभी जाके वो करंट कंडक्शन कर सकता है, या फिर कोई भी कंडक्शन कर सकता है, कंडक्शन ऑफ करंट वो कर सकता है. पर इंसुलेटर में अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव ही नहीं करेगा तो कंडक्शन कहाँ करेगा. ओके, सो दिस विल नॉट कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. सो एज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर फुल्ली बाउंडेड टू atoms or nucleus. Okay, what we observe in the semiconductor, it is in between the conductor and the insulator. What is it? It means when at low temperature, it will behave like the insulator, and at high temperature, it will behave like conductor. What it means? It is basically I am talking about the electrons. The free electrons are very much less available as compared to the conductor. मान लो हमारे पास एक ऑब्जेक्ट है जो इलेक्ट्रॉन, फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन है, बहुत कंपैरेटिवली बहुत कम है. अगर हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दे रहे, कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में मूव करेंगे, बट द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स is much lesser than the in semiconductor is much lesser than in conductors. ओके, सो सेमीकंडक्टर का ये प्रॉपर्टी है, मतलब आपको अगर कंडक्शन करवाना है तो आपको कुछ टेम्परेचर, हाई टेम्परेचर में देना होगा, so that the free electrons will come out from this position and the conduction will occur. Okay. Then electric current and current density. Electric current, what do you mean by this? When the transfer of electron or charges takes place through an area. Charges takes place through an area per unit time. ओके, पर यूनिट टाइम. तो बेसिकली वो क्या बोल रहा हूं, जो करंट है I, that is equals to dq upon dt. It means the charges that is flown through the area पर यूनिट टाइम. ये मान लो ये हमारा ये सरफेस का एरिया है, उसको कितना चार्जेस क्रॉस कर रहा है. ओके, एंड करंट डेंसिटी, that is the number of electrons crossing through the area of material per unit time. ओके, इसका मतलब हम क्या बोलेंगे, J इक्वल्स टू I अपॉन A. ओके, तो हमारा क्या है, मतलब ये है करंट और A है हमारा एरिया. तो हम क्या बोल रहे हैं कि इलेक्ट्रिक करंट जो है I इज इक्वल्स टू dq अपॉन dt, कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ट्रांसफर हो रहा है. ओके, और करंट डेंसिटी जो है वो बोल रहा है कि नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स क्रॉसिंग थ्रू द गिवन एरिया पर यूनिट टाइम. ओके, एक एरिया पे कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वो ट्रांसफर कर रहा है पर सेकंड में. और ये जो एरिया है जो करंट डेंसिटी में, ये क्या होना चाहिए, ये जो करंट के साथ हमेशा परपेंडिकुलर होना चाहिए, दैट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू करंट. बिकॉज व्हेन वी विल बी कैलकुलेटिंग, दैट इज I is equals to J dot A. Okay, it means it is a dot product. Okay, when we will calculate the current, it is J dot A. It means current density into area. Okay, it means it is the dot product. So in the dot product we know that J A cos theta. Okay, and the cos theta component, A cos theta component will be always perpendicular to the current passing through it. Okay, सो लेट से मान लो आपके पास ऐसा एक सरफेस है, इसका एरिया A है. ओके, और ये हमारा द करंट पास कर रहा है, मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पास कर रहा है. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इस डायरेक्शन में पास कर रहा है. ओके, सो व्हाट वी विल बी टेलिंग अबाउट द करंट I इज इक्वल्स टू, हम क्या करेंगे, हम इसका परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट निकालेंगे, ये वाला. ओके, सो दिस वन इज द परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट एंड दिस वन विल बी थीटा, लेट्स से. ओके, तो हम क्या लिखेंगे, ये ए वेक्टर जो हो गया उसको हम अगर कंपोनेंट में तोड़े तो ए कॉस थीटा हो गया। ओके, सो आई इज इक्वल्स टू करंट कितना हो जाएगा, जे ए कॉस थीटा। ओके, सो दिस इज द करंट पासिंग थ्रू इट। तो हमें क्या बेसिकली लेना है, द परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट टू द करंट। ओके, let's see a question here. We have q is equals to 2t square plus 3. So we have to find out the current at t equals to 2 seconds. So we know that I is equals to dq upon dt. It means if you will differentiate it, it is 4t plus 0. So it is given at, we have to find out the current at 2 seconds. Okay, so when we will put the value of t as 2, it is 4 into 2, it is equals to 8 ampere. Okay, so the current at 2 seconds is 8 ampere. Then we will talk about the drift speed. Okay, let's say we have a conductor like this, and here it is not applied to any electric field, so the electrons will move in a random direction. Okay, electrons will move in a random direction with random speed. So the net current in this will be 0. Okay, as current is moving in random direction. But when we will apply a electric field to this conductor, okay, let's say we are applying an electric field to this conductor. This is the electric field here. So what it will do, the electrons will move opposite to that of electric field, and electrons will move in a specified direction. Okay, in a single direction it will move. It will try to move in a single direction. So what happens here, this electron, let's say this electron will vibrate, and it will transfer its energy to the further electron. This will vibrate, then it will transfer to further electron, and like this the outermost electron will release from it. Okay, then again the same condition will happen. The second one will release after some time, then after some time third one will release. Like that the electrons will vibrate in a single direction, and speed of electron will be transformed from successive electrons. ओके, क्या मैं बोलने चाह रहा हूँ, जो बाद वाला इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन का कुछ स्पीड दे रहा है, मतलब उसके वाइब्रेशन होने के बाद उसको कुछ फोर्स लग रहा है और वो कुछ स्पीड से निकल जा रहा है. ओके, सक्सेसिव इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. देन ऐसे ऐसे करते करते हमारा पूरा बॉडी पूरा अंदर का इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वो ऑसिलेट करते रहता है और चार्ज ट्रांसफर करता रहता है. ओके, सो दिस विल जनरेट द करंट. So for this we require a large amount of time, and for this the velocity, the speed that it acquires, that is Vd. Let's say this is the drift speed. It is Vd is equals to, let's say this conductor length is L, so L upon tau. Okay, so the drift speed is equals to L upon tau. So what is L here? L is equals to half a t square. What is A? A is equals to force, that is QE upon m, force upon mass. So we can put here, that is half QE upon m tau square. Okay, tau is the time here. Okay, so what I will write for the drift velocity, that is half QE upon m tau square upon tau. Okay, so this is the drift velocity. Okay, this is the drift velocity, and I also know that I, that is current, is equals to NEA Vd. Okay, NEA VD. Here N is the number of electrons, E is the charge of one electron, A is the area of the cross section, and VD is the drift velocity. Okay, so what I can write, I upon A, or it is equals to J is equals to NEVD. Okay, this one also we can write here. Let's see one question here. Calculate the drift speed of the electron when 1 ampere of current exists in a copper wire of cross section 2 mm square. The number of free electrons in 1 centimeter cube of copper is 8.5 into 10 to the power 22. Okay, so हमें क्या बताया जाने वाला है, that is drift speed. We have to find out the drift speed. So the J is equals to, we know that J is equals to NEVD, or I is equals to NEAVD. Okay, so from this I can put this formula. Okay, so what is the current here? 1 ampere is equals to number of electrons, free electrons, that is 8.5 into 10 to the power 22 into charge of 1 electron, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into area. What is the area? 2 mm square. If I convert it into meter square, so this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square into VD. So you have to find out the VD from this data. Okay, so do find out this what is the value of VD and mention in the comment box. Then we will be talking about the Ohm's law. We know that I is equals to NEAVD. Okay, so here in place of VD, what we can write? VD is equals to E tau electric field upon 2m. Okay, so this is the drift velocity. So we'll put the drift velocity in this formula. So I is equals to NEA E tau capital E upon 2m. Okay, so by arranging this, we have I is equals to N E square tau upon 2m A into E. Okay, so what I can write here, that is I upon A is equals to N E square tau upon 2m E. Okay, so let's do that. That is I upon A is, we know that it is current density J. Okay, and this value, this one, okay, these all are constant. So this is the sigma. Okay, sigma, here sigma is the electrical conductivity. So I can write J is equals to sigma into E, and when we will represent, that is sigma is equals to 1 upon rho. Here rho is the resistivity. Okay, so what will be the value of rho? That is 2m upon neat. You are given neat na, so remember by this 2m upon neat, NEE tau. Okay, so this will be the value of formula of the resistivity, and this is the formula of the electrical conductivity. We know that is the electric field, it is electric field is equals to potential upon length. Okay, so what I will write, that is, we know that J is equals to sigma into E, or we can write I upon A is equals to sigma into E. Okay, in place of E, what I will write, I upon A is equals to sigma into V upon L. Okay, so V is the potential here. So if I will arrange here, that is V is equals to sigma, V is equals to I upon A L 1 upon sigma. Okay, so this is the this is what it is represented as the Ohm's law, that is V is equals to, or we can say that is V is equals to 1 upon sigma is rho into L upon A into I. Okay, so this one is the resistance. Okay, resistance, it is resistance, and V is directly proportional to I, so this is known as Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Okay, in the non-ohmic conductor, the potential will be not directly proportional to the current. Okay, and we have the resistance is equals to V upon I, that is potential upon current. So resistance is equals to, it is equals to rho into L upon A, and we know that rho is 2m upon neat. Okay, L upon A. Okay, so here the resistance will depend upon the temperature, so I can write here this one as a constant, that is rho, that is we can write this is resistivity into cell constant. Okay, this also we can write. So let's see one question here. The dimension of the conductor of specific resistance rho are shown below. Find the resistance of the conductor across AB, CD and EF. Okay, so we know that R is equals to rho into L by A, and the the specific resistance is given as rho, and if we are taking along the AB, okay, along the AB, the length is, that is C, and the cross sectional area, it is A into B. Okay, so along AB we have resistance, that is R is equals to rho into, the length will be this one. Okay, what will be the length? This one will be the length, that is C upon A into V. So if I will talk that along the CD, what we will take? Along the CD, the length will be this one. Okay, this one. It means R is equals to rho into B upon, and the cross sectional area is this one. Okay, this one. So it is A into C. So for E and F, please you find out and mention in the comment box what you have done with the answer. Okay, let's see the effect of resistance, effect of temperature on the resistance. We have the resistance as rho into L upon A, rho that is 2m upon neat L upon A. Okay, so here the tau, we have tau will be equals to lambda upon the V RMS. Okay, lambda upon V RMS, it is root mean square speed. Okay, so here the lambda is the mean path. Okay, so when we increase the temperature, what happens to the lambda? Lambda will decrease. This is why, because the because when we will increase the temperature, the amplitude will increase and we have the repeated number of vibration, so the lambda will decrease. Okay, so lambda decreases, it means the tau also decreases. So as the tau decrease, and we know that resistance is inversely proportional to the tau, tau will decrease means resistance will increase. So what happen? We have the expression, that is R is equals to R naught whole into 1 plus alpha del T. Okay, so the this is the resistance, new resistance, and this one is resistance at 0 degree Celsius, resistance at 0 degree Celsius, and alpha is the coefficient of the resistance, sorry, alpha is the temperature coefficient. Okay, temperature coefficient, and del T is the change in the temperature. So the resistance will depend on the temperature like this. So as the tau decreases, the resistance will increase. So when we increase the temperature, so the resistance will increase in the pure metals. This is I am talking about the pure metals. Then for the semiconductors, as we rise the temperature, the value of rho will also decrease, the resistivity will also decrease as we rise the temperature. And we know that the alpha, that is temperature coefficient for the semiconductor, is negative as we rise, is negative. Okay, so when we will rise the temperature, the resistance of semiconductor decreases. Okay, decreases as we rise the temperature. Okay, I think this much you have understood. Okay, this much you just want to just you have to have the knowledge, nothing beyond that. This one will this much only will be in the exam, nothing beyond that. Okay, I will not go deeper into the side. That thing is enough for you. Okay, then battery and EMF. Battery is the device, it is a device which maintains the potential difference between let's say higher potential is A and the lower potential is B. Okay, let's say this is the battery here. Okay, and we have the higher potential and lower potential, it is the device. And what we will tell about the EMF. So EMF of the battery means the potential difference between the higher and the lower potential rod when it is not connected to any circuit. Okay, to any circuit, at that time we can call it as EMF. Okay, this is EMF. Let's say we have a battery here. Okay, and we are taking one charge from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. Okay, so the force will be generated in this direction. Okay, force that is F into D is the work done. Let's say this is D distance, and we know that the E is equals to work done upon the charge Q. Okay, where E is the EMF, or we can say that is work done upon charge Q, or F into D upon Q. Okay, let's find out the potential difference between these 2 points, that is A and B. So how we will find out? First of all, we will write like this. We are traveling from A to B. Okay, as the current is in this direction, we will move from A to B. Okay, so what we will write? VA minus. Okay, so as the current will pass through the resistance, there will be drop of the voltage here. Okay, so minus I into R, that is the current here is that is 2 ampere into R into that is, it means R is 2 ohm. Okay, 2 into 2. Then we are moving from the positive plate of the battery to the negative plate. Okay, so what it will be? It will be in negative. Minus of 10 volt is equals to VB. So VB will be, sorry, VA minus VB will be, if I will take these two quantities into the RHS side, so we have 4 plus 10, that is equals to 14 volt. So like this we will we have to find out the potential difference between the 2 points as given in the this type of circuits. Okay, now let's see another question also. In the question given that shown in the figure, find out the current in the via BD. Okay, so let's take the point D as 0 potential. Okay, we can take as it is attached to the negative potential. So let's take it as 0 potential. So I can also tell that the point B is also having the 0 potential. Why? As there is no resistance to drop any type of voltage. It is a simple way going through. Okay. So if this one is 0 potential, this the point B can also be the 0 potential. So what I will write, that is from moving D to A. Okay. We are moving D to A. We have, that is the change in potential is 10 up, and the change in potential is 10 to 0. Okay. So 10 upon 2 will be the value of I in this one. Okay. As this is positive potential. Okay. It is having the 10 volt and this is having the 0 volt. So current will flow in this direction. Okay. From positive higher potential to lower potential, current will flow. So what will be the value of I? That is 10 upon 2. That is this, let's say it is I1. So I1 is equals to 5 ampere. Okay. Now let's see DCB. In the DCB, it is 20 volt and it is passing through the 5 ohm. It means the I2, let's say this is I2, and I2 is equals to the change in potential upon the resistance, that is 20 minus 0 upon 5. So this is equals to 4 ampere. So here 4 ampere is going through, and from BAD 5 ampere is passing, and we know that I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equals to 0. Okay. So here we have, that is let's say here it is I3. Okay. So what we will do, we know that number of incoming current is equals to number of outgoing current. Okay. So for this, what we will have, that is the from D to B the current will flow D to B, and if it is 4 ampere, so if this one is 5 ampere, so how much current will flow through the D to B? That is 1 ampere. Okay. So that 4 plus 1 will be equals to 5. So what is the current in the where BD? It is 1 ampere. Similarly, let's solve another question. So we have to find out the current in each wire. Okay. So let's say the voltage here, the A voltage is equals to 0. Okay. As there is no resistance here and it is attached to the negative potential, so I can take it as, let's the minimum value, that is 0, and it is 10 volt. The H point is 10 volt. So I can write here, that is this B also potential 0, C also potential having the 0, and the point D also having the potential 0, and this one, these all are 10. Why I am writing that? Because there are no resistance to drop the voltage. कोई भी रेजिस्टेंस है क्या, उसको ड्रॉप करने के लिए कुछ तो रेजिस्टेंस चाहिए. अगर ये सिंपल वेयर है, दिस वन इज द सिंपल वेयर, एंड देयर विल बी नो ड्रॉपिंग ऑफ पोटेंशियल. So what will be the potential at each and every point, at each and every junction? That will be same. And like that, the upper one also, it is all are 10 volt. So in the ZB, first let's try to find out from in the ED. Okay, ED here 0 to 10 volt, and we have that is from, if we are moving from, let's we find out the first we must find out the resistance here. Okay, let's separate the resistance here. In the first line there will be no resistance. In the second line there is 30 volt, and after that one resistance is there. Okay, then in the third line, that is 140 volt it is here, and after that one resistance, and the last having the 50 volt here. Okay, then another resistance. Okay, so here A, B, C, D, and it is H, G, F, E. Okay, So here it is 50 volt and this is 10 volt. So what will be this at this point? Okay, so इन दोनों के बीच में क्या रहना चाहिए? 50 वोल्ट रहना चाहिए. ओके, इन दोनों पॉइंट के बीच में ये F और ये वाला पॉइंट के बीच में कितना वोल्टेज रहना चाहिए? 50 वोल्ट. अगर ये 10 वोल्ट हो गया, F पॉइंट 10 वोल्ट हो गया, सॉरी E F G इट इज E. ओके, E का पॉइंट जो है अगर ये 10 वोल्ट हो गया तो ये वाला पॉइंट कितना हो जाएगा? दैट इज 10 माइनस 50 इट इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस 40. ओके, सो ये वाला पॉइंट कितना हो जाएगा? माइनस 40 वोल्ट. Similarly, if I will talk here, okay, we are having that is this is 40 volt and this is 10 volt. तो यहाँ कितना हो जाएगा? 10 minus 40 that is minus 30 volt. Then ये वाला पॉइंट अगर देखें, okay, इसमें क्या हो रहा है? इसमें 10 वोल्ट इधर है और ये हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं? ये पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल ये और पोटेंशियल ऐड कर रहा है, मतलब ये 30 वोल्ट है, मतलब ये कितना होना चाहिए? ये होना चाहिए that is this one, if I will write that is x, let's say it is x volt, x minus 10 is equals to 30 volt. ऐसा रहेगा इसका इक्वेशन. सो x will be 40 volt. तो ये वाला पॉइंट में 40 वोल्ट आ जाएगा. ओके, तो हमें पोटेंशियल मिल गया. ये 0 ये 0 ये 0 ये 0 पोटेंशियल मिल गया. रेजिस्टेंस भी है हमारे पास 1 ohm 2 ohm and 2 ohm. So we can find out the current here. So in the ED section we have that is minus 40 upon 2, that is will be equals to minus 20 ampere. Okay, so minus 20 ampere किस तरफ जाएगा? ये नेगेटिव है और ये बड़ा कौन सा है? हायर पोटेंशियल कौन सा? ये वाला है, ये वाला हायर पोटेंशियल. सो करंट विल ट्रेवल फ्रॉम D टू E. करंट कहां से कहां जाएगा? D टू E. हायर पोटेंशियल से लोअर पोटेंशियल जाता है. सिमिलरली इफ आई विल टॉक अबाउट द FC, ओके, FC line, so we have that is minus 30 upon 2, that is minus 15 ampere. Okay, similarly the current will pass from C to F as C is having the higher potential. C to F करंट जाएगा. ओके, ये मान लो I1, ये मान लो I2. Then third one, that is GB. We have that is 40 volt and 0 volt. So 40 minus 0, 40 upon 1, that is equals to 40 ampere. 40 ampere किस तरफ जा रहा है? पर इधर हायर पोटेंशियल कौन है? X जो पॉइंट हम लिए हैं ये वाला हायर पोटेंशियल है ना. कौन सा पॉइंट? ये वाला पॉइंट हायर पोटेंशियल है. तो करंट किधर मूव करेगा? हायर पोटेंशियल टू लोअर पोटेंशियल, दैट इज दिस वन, दैट इज I3. ओके, सो I3 हमारा कितना है गया? 40 एम्पियर. तो हमारा जो करंट इन ईच वेयर, मतलब ये वाला वेयर में कितना हो जाएगा? ये वाला वेयर में. तो हम इसको कैसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं? पहले तो ये जो I1 है, I1 कितना है? 20 एम्पियर. So it must be coming from this 20 ampere, and here it is passing through that is I2, that is minus of 15 ampere. Okay, sorry 15 ampere. So ये माइनस जो है ना, माइनस इंडिकेट करता है क्या? डायरेक्शन. हम इस वाले डायरेक्शन को हम पॉजिटिव लिए हैं, इस वाले डायरेक्शन को है नेगेटिव लिए हैं. तो माइनस को ऐसे ध्यान मत देना, वो डायरेक्शन सिर्फ बताया है. तो यहाँ पे कितना जा रहा है? ये जो I2 है ये 15 एम्पियर और ये 20 एम्पियर. सो व्हाट विल बी द दिस करंट? दैट इज नंबर ऑफ इनकमिंग करंट इट इक्वल्स टू नंबर ऑफ आउटगोइंग करंट. इट मींस 20 प्लस 15 दैट इज 35 एम्पियर. ये कितना हो गया? 35 एम्पियर. तो यहाँ से कितना आ रहा होगा? अगर ये 35 हो गया और यहाँ से हम 40 एम्पियर ला रहे हैं तो ये कितना हो गया? 5 एम्पियर है. सिंपल है भाई. 40 प्लस इनकमिंग करंट, ये आउटगोइंग करंट हो गया 40. सॉरी, यहाँ हमें देखना पड़ेगा कौन सा पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल है. ये पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल है, ये 10 वोल्ट. तो करंट कैसे फ्लो करेगा? पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल टू नेगेटिव पोटेंशियल, मतलब हायर पोटेंशियल टू लोअर पोटेंशियल. ये करंट किधर फ्लो करेगा? इधर की डायरेक्शन में फ्लो करेगा. इसका मतलब 5 एम्पियर हमें किस तरफ चाहिए? हमें 5 एम्पियर किस तरफ चाहिए? हमें 5 एम्पियर इन दिस डायरेक्शन चाहिए. ओके, तो यहाँ पे 35 चला गया, 35 इज गन हियर and 40 is coming, so how much current will be passing through this, that is 5 ampere. Okay, तो हमारा क्या आ गया, जो ये फर्स्ट वे में 5 एम्पियर जा रहा है, देन यहाँ पे सेकेंड में मतलब I3 जो है that is 40 ampere, I2 is 15 ampere, then I1 is 20 ampere, that is current is passing through it. So with this I complete my today's part. Okay, आपको ये पूरा सॉल्व करना है, ऐसे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है, ढूंढ के करिए, मतलब आप अगर कोई बुक फॉलो करते हो तो करिए. If you don't have the book, then you can go for the Elite program from the Memonit app. From there you can see the how the conceptual question is there, and you can have the direct formula based questions, and these questions are all based on the previous year question. Okay, and what we are doing in the physics, one important thing you can see the from the exam, physics is from the physics same concept it is the NTA is asking, but we are just changing its numbers only. Okay, not the concept beyond that which are very tough, rough and tough, but this simple concept question he is asking, it is asking, and the question will have the different values, so you should prepare like that. So NTA have done a great thing for you, because the I am talking about the notes section. It has the scrutinized the questions here. After scrutinizing, they have also mentioned the in which year these questions have also asked, in the which previous year these questions have also asked, and the notes will be purely based on the PYQ and PYQ questions and each and every important concept type of questions. Okay, तो आपको बहुत सही तरीके से वो नोट्स मिल जाएगा, आपके पास रिवीजन पत्रिका भी आ जाएगा. अगर आप कौन सा खरीदते हो, दैट इज एलाइट प्लान प्लस ब्रह्मास्त्र टेस्ट सीरीज प्लस अपना ये और एनटीए पीवाईक्यू बहुत जरूरी होता है, क्योंकि आपको पीवाईक्यू करना और एक सही बुक से करना ये भी जरूरी है. मार्केट में बहुत सारे बुक है, पर यू कैन सी व्हाट्स द beautiful thing that Memonit has done for you, that is Cripps explanation with the detailed explanation. ये आपको कोई नहीं देगा. आपके पास कोई भी बुक होगा, आप कंपेयर कर लीजिए, पर जो Cripps explanation होता है, अगर आपको कॉन्सेप्ट पता है तो आराम से आप देख के जा सकते हो, अगर नहीं पता है तो डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉलो कर सकते हो. सो दिस थिंग that is innovative things we are coming we are getting from the Memonit. So please have a look. आप इसका फायदा उठाइए. अगर हो सकता है तो एलाइट प्लान खरीदिए, वहां से क्वेश्चन करिए. ओके, so with this I will wind up today's lecture, and in the next lecture we will be starting with next concepts of the electric current. Okay, इतना जितना पढ़ाया हूँ पूरा NCERT से पढ़ लो, और क्या करना है, डेली टारगेट्स करना है, PYQs भी करना है, उसके साथ साथ क्वेश्चंस लगाओ. ओके, जहां पे भी हो सकता है क्वेश्चन लगाओ. अगर नहीं है आपके पास एलाइट प्लान खरीद के, आप कंसेप्चुअल एंड यू कैन गो फॉर द सिंपल क्वेश्चंस, एनीथिंग. ओके, विद दिस वी विल बी सेइंग गुड बाय. ओके, बाय बाय बच्चों, हैव ए नाइस डे.